On how to edit time cards. You should be doing it every morning to make your life easier. Otherwise, you'll be stuck going through everything on Sunday, and it makes it much harder because you don't remember things that happened earlier in the week. So you're going to sign into MindWork. I usually use a browser. I usually use like Safari because I find it just easier, because as Connect, if you go out of it, or it'll time you out, it'll go away. So however you want to do it. So this is MindWork. You log in, and this button up here is going to be your menu, the little Rubik's Cube looking thing. So you click on it. The first option is here, these lines with the check marks. That's going to be like your reporting. You probably won't use that very much. The second option is going to be the picture of the little calendar. That's how you're going to do all your scheduling and request needs. The next one down is the little person's head. That's going to be all your personal things as an employee, not as management. And then the next one down is the little clock, and that's just for all your time card needs and for payroll. So let's start with how to do the time cards. So again, Rubik's Cube, time card icon, and then go to exception management. And what that means is if somebody didn't clock out, if someone didn't do their break, if someone forgot a punch, if someone showed up and worked and they weren't scheduled, or didn't work when they were scheduled, anything that isn't exactly how the schedule is written is going to pop up here. So let's look at JoJo's. But so you'll see here there's a green arrow. So that means I went through and I reviewed all of them, and I either checked off on it, or I edited it and fixed it, whatever the case. Yellow means it was partially reviewed. So that means that some of the stuff was done, but not everything. And then red means I have to go in there and edit it. If you have any red or yellow marks on this on Sunday, you will not be able to do your payroll. You have to go through and check all the time cards. So let's look at JoJo's. It says she has one warning. So it looks like on Thursday, 5/6, she didn't take a break. So I would then ask her if she took the break, ask her what went on, if there was an issue with the punches, whatever the case may be. But if it's the situation where she just didn't take the break, business didn't permit it, which, by the way, we really shouldn't do, but if that's what happened, you see the little red arrow here, and it's on Thursday. So you would either type in what the break really was, let's say 4:30 press enter. It's going to ask you why the punch wasn't there, and you would say, forgot to punch in or out, or meal recorded incorrectly, whatever. And then you would put the second one. Okay, same thing, put the reason. Now let's say I thought she took the break, and I realized now I got to get rid of that break for whatever reason. She thought she took the break. She told me she did. I put it in, and then she's like, oh, wait, no, I didn't take a break. So what you can do then, and I'll show you what all these buttons mean. You would highlight it, and you would say delete shift. No, wait, wrong. You could just click on it again, press delete, and then enter. So same thing. Now we're just going back. So let's say she didn't take the break that day. You can go to review warnings, because now you still have this red arrow, exclamation point there, because it's saying that she didn't follow the schedule exactly. You go to review warnings. It's telling you what the thing is. So you would go through and click. The reason she missed a meal was because she missed a meal, right? I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. And then you press save, and you'll see that the green arrow goes away. And then make sure you click save up here. Now, as far as all these buttons, I never use that. That's just if you want to print someone's time card out. If you need to add a shift, so this is going to add an start shift and an end shift. So if someone didn't clock in at all, this is what you can use. You go in, type in the times. So let's say for Sunday, let's say she worked 1 o'clock P to 3 o'clock P. And the reason she didn't clock, there was no punches because she forgot to punch. And then you would add it, and you see it populate up here. Same thing would go if you wanted to get rid of a shift. Now, let's say I put the wrong shift in like just now. She didn't actually work that. So I would highlight it and click minus shift. And the reason is because, I don't know, you could put, let's say delete punch. I don't know, doesn't matter. So yeah, so you see it goes away. These buttons up here, this is for PTO, bereavement, emergency closures, the COVID vaccine pay, anything like that. So let's say JoJo got her vaccine on Sunday, the 2nd. So we'd put the 2nd there. You're going to click emergency closure / COVID vaccine 2, and then add special pay. And you'll see it populate down here. Now, if I put the wrong thing in and I have to delete it, same thing, you'll highlight it, you scroll up, and you press minus special pay. And that's it. Now it goes away. If I wanted to put PTO in, let's say right now she's at 33 hours and 34 minutes. So if she said, hey, can you bring me to 40 hours? So what I would do is I would click, again, we could do it for Sunday or Saturday, doesn't matter. Pay code would be vacation. And then the hours, oh gosh, I gotta do math. The hours would be 6 hours and 26 minutes. But what you don't want to do is do 6.26, because if you do period, it's going to read it as a decimal. So if you need to put specific minutes, you'll want to do that, and then the semicolon, and then the minutes. Because if you do, let's say you do 3.5, see, it's going to bring it to 3 hours and 30 minutes. So we want to do it 6 semicolon 26 minutes. And we're going to add special pay. Oh, it's not letting me add it because she doesn't have PTO. Whatever. That's how you would do it. You would add it, and then it would populate at the bottom. And then you'd press save. So let's go ahead and save that. Another thing you could do if someone took an extra lunch, like let's say on Monday she wanted to take an extra lunch for whatever reason, you could press add lunch, type in the info there. If you want to delete a lunch, remove lunch, you highlight it and remove it. If you need to add just a single punch, so let's say for whatever reason you can't just type it in here. I mean, I don't know. Usually you can just type it in, but let's say you couldn't. You go to add punch. It's going to ask you what type of punch, and then you put the info in and press add punch. Same thing, if you need to get rid of a single punch, you would use the minus punch. Time off balances is going to show PTO, and then the review warnings is going to show any of the things that you need to review. Okay, I think we're good with that. So I'm going to stop this video. Actually, one more thing. So you'll go back to the menu, time card, exception management, and you'll want to go through and check everybody's. You want to make sure that nobody has any red or yellow, orangey. And then you also want to come over here and just kind of make sure the hours make sense. If you see that at the end of the week, the Ashley's at 25 hours, that probably won't make sense. That means either a punch was missed or she has to add PTO or whatever. So just make sure this makes sense. And then that's it for doing time cards. And it's better if you do this every day, because then try to do it on Sunday and the person's not there and you weren't there that day. You don't know what happened that day. It makes it a little bit more difficult. Okay, and that's it.